Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alex. I hope you have checked out my previous YouTube tutorials. If not, please watch them after. I wanted to create a super simple day look that can sort of transition into any occasion. It is so easy. It took me a total of 30 minutes to do this entire look, including my hair, which is in a really cute bun with nice beach waves. Everything is just super fresh, super beachy. I know it's winter time and everyone wants that extra 15 minutes to sleep in when it's all dark and cold outside. So this makes your morning routine so much easier. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. If you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Thank you. So first I'm going to do my brows. Pretty much do the exact same thing on my brows every single day. I'm going in with my Glossier Boy Brow in Blonde. I feel like once you have a brow technique that works for you, it's pretty good to just stick to it. It's one of those things I kind of dread the most in the morning, but then when I start doing it, I'm like, oh, okay. Especially when I'm finished, I'm like, damn, that looks way better. So even the boy brow just helps. It really helps like prop up my brows. Then I can go in with my Brow Wiz by ANASTASIA Beverly Hills. This is in soft brown. Under my brow really lightly. Feather-like strokes up. This is to mimic the actual hair that's on my brow. So you want to go in the same direction as the hair. And then onto the arch of my brow. Brushing this up. Then to set whatever I just completed, I'm going to go into my Benefit Give Me Brow. This is in color 3. And again, not starting at the tip, but more towards the center of my brow, pushing those hairs up. This will darken any hairs that I actually have there. So it all just looks more natural and like it's not filled in with a pencil. And then with whatever is left on the spoolie, I lightly do the hairs at the front of my brow. So both brows are done. Way better. Since this is like a day look, hair look, and I have a whole day ahead of me, I am going to do something light. So I'm going to start with my foundation. I know I usually start with my eyes, but I'm going to do something pretty simple on my eyes, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go in with the HENREKSIN Pure Truth Youth Activating Oil. It is like an orange oil that smells like heaven. So I'm getting everywhere. And it goes on actually orange, like you can see my hands are stained orange. But it smells so freaking good. Holy moly. I'm just putting this all over my face. My skin is so dry. If you have a good beauty oil, it's always a good primer or just moisturizer. Sometimes primers can dry out your skin if they're mattifying it also. I'm going to use my Magic Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury in shade 5. I'm just going to take a tiny bit onto the back of my finger and just dot it onto my face. I don't want too much on because again, it's just for the day and I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm going to take a bit of my BECCA Backlight primer, and I'm just going to put this also in dots along my face. I'm going to take my Sigma Kabuki brush. This is F80, and I'm just going to blend all of this into my skin. Make sure you get down your neck, because you want that to be the same color. So I still look like I have some nice like moisture to my face even after I've added the foundation because of the BECCA and because of the oil that I used before. For concealer, I'm going to go in with my NARS Creamy Radiant. This is in shade Vanilla. Might be a bit light for me, but we shall see. I'm just putting a little under my eyes, the center of my forehead, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, and my chin. I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm going to blend all of this in. With what's ever left on the sponge, I'm just going to dust that onto my eyelids just so it creates a base for later when I do put some shadow on. Unless I'm not wearing makeup, which is probably more often than not, but if I am going out for the day and I have work and I am putting on some makeup, this is usually what I'll do in the morning. It doesn't take me longer than about 10-15 minutes when I'm doing it off camera. I'm going to go into my NYX Wonder Stick. This really is such a wonder stick. It's such a nice, easy contour and highlight stick, and it gives you such a nice glow. It's really creamy. It sort of reminds me of the Kim Kardashian one, and it's in a good color. So I'm just putting that hollows of my cheek, around the perimeter of my forehead, the center of my nose, a tiny bit down the sides of my nose, and a little under my lip. I'm going to go back into my beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend this out. It also has like a nice warm cast to it, so it's not a too cool of a contour color. I'm more into a bronzing up of my face in contour areas so that it looks just, well, way more natural and lightly. I kind of push the product in and down so it goes down the sides of my nose instead of going towards the center, which is what I want it to be the lightest, so that it looks like it's coming forward. Okay, now that that is all blended in, I'm going to go in to the highlighter side of the stick. I'm just going to put this right on the high points of my cheek, tip of my nose, chin, and right in between my forehead. I can't explain this highlighter. It's sort of like a sheer gloss. It's sort of, I guess, equivalent to one of like the Glossier highlighter sticks. But it really just like makes it look as natural as possible on your skin. It doesn't look like you're wearing any product. It just brings out that inner glow. So to set this all, of course, my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in Fair One. I'm going into my kit brush, and I'm just setting under the eyes pretty much. Everywhere else I'm going to leave as a cream base because my skin is so dry and I don't really need to use any powder products to set it. I also just don't want it to look dry, and if you put powder over like dry flakes, it's just going to accentuate it. So I'm going to keep it cream. I'm just setting whatever product is on my eyelid. So I'm going to start my eyes before I put anything else onto my face. I'm going to go into my Charlotte Tilbury pot. This is in shade BETTE. It's like a beautiful gold color. I'm going in with one of my KYLIE brushes, dipping it right into the pot. So dabbing it off on the back of my hand, I'm just putting it towards the bottom lash line, sort of fading it up towards the top, making sure I have the whole lid covered. There's no fallout, which makes it even better. Going in with a clean blending brush, and I am blending in those edges, and I'm fanning out the product so that I can create the shape of the eyeshadow that I want. But I'm going in with a little bit of my BECCA bronzer. This is in color Capri Coast. Going back into my crease just to deepen that even further. I love this bronzer. It also has such a nice like shimmer to it, so it goes really well with this eye look. If you want to make it at all more dramatic, I would recommend taking a gold. I'm going to go in with this color from the Huda Beauty palette. This is Nefertiti. I'm just going to take a little on the back of my finger and place this right in the center of my eye, kind of creating a faux halo. And I'm just using my finger to blend that in. This step is totally unnecessary, but it's just going to give your eye a little sparkle, and if you're transitioning from day to night, this is perfect. Just pop some on and you're good to go. Just to enhance my actual lash line, I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury eye pencil. This is, or was in color Aubrey. It's like, I need a new one, obviously. I'm literally just running this along my lash line I'm going in with a smudger brush. This is by Laura Geller. And I'm literally just smudge back into my bronzer. I'm going in with another Kylie brush, just has a thin little tip, and I'm just going to do under my lash line. There we go, my eyeshadow is totally complete. So for lashes, I'm going in with my, of course, L'Oreal Telescopic in Blackest Black. Just doing a nice thick coat of mascara. I haven't decided if I'm going to add any lashes yet, but I'm thinking just for the sake of the video, I will. Now I've done a coat on my top and bottom lashes. I think I'm going to go in and add some falsies. Okay, so I just went in and added a few individual lashes to the ends of my eye. I just used the Ardell Short singles. So as you can see, it just adds a little bit more depth to my outer corner of my eye. To warm up my face, I'm going to go back into my BECCA bronzer. I'm going to take my Powder and Sculpt Charlotte Tilbury brush just into the hollows of my cheek, just to warm up my face and create depth into my cheekbone. I'm going to do this around the perimeter of my face. A little on my jawline. For blush, I'm going to go into my Morphe palette. This is 9N. Has all these pretty pink and orangey shades. I'm going to go into the lightest pink color. Don't let this deceive you. It is so super pigmented. It's crazy. I'm going to use the same Powder and Sculpt brush by Charlotte Tilbury. Make sure you tap off your brush. The Morphe blushes are so pigmented. And it's just such a pretty pink color. And it's matte, so I won't have too much sparkle on my cheek because I already have the bronzer that I use with the sparkle in it, so this will kind of even everything out. Just right onto the apples of my cheek. Make sure you tap off your brush. I think the first time I used this palette, I was so surprised at how pigmented it was. I had to start my makeup all over again because I couldn't blend it in. It was that dark. Just to make my cheeks a little more dewy, I'm going to go in with my Glossier Dew Effect Highlighter Stick. This is in color Moonstone. It's just the white. I'm just going to put a little on my index finger and keep rubbing your finger around it just to warm up the product. And just using my finger, I'm just going to blot it right onto wherever I want that extra highlight. So in the center of my cheek, center of my nose, Cupid's bow, and forehead. And then to highlight, I'm going to go into my Laura Geller highlighter. It's such a pretty gold, and this is in color Gilded Honey. I'm going to go in on an Urban Decay dual-ended brush. This is 88M for MF. I'm just going to put this right into my inner corner. It is such a pretty highlight. Make sure that it's fully blended in and there's no harsh inner highlight. And then just a tiny bit right under my brow bone. It's such a pretty gold highlight. It's not like too gold. Don't let the color of it scare you. It's so pretty when it's on. For lips, I'm going to line them with my MAC pencil in Electra. I'm doing this very lightly. I don't want my lips to look like super done up. And then for lipstick, I'm going to use this Kate Moss and Rimmel London collection. This is color 42. It's just a really pretty nude color. Really is a pretty nude, and it is so creamy. And then I'm going to go in with my Glossier lip gloss. This is in the clear. And I'm just going to hit this on top. To set this out, I'm going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This This is an old one. I feel like they remade it and now it smells all like wonky. I'm just saying my whole face. This one still smells good. I don't know what they did to their product, but it smells so bad all of a sudden. Now I'm going to go in to my Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. A lot of people like have mixed reviews on this product. I really like it, but you cannot let it get onto your lashes, else it makes your mascara run, I think because of the oils. Just blocking that part of my face and spraying onto my cheek directly. And it will really make you so dewy and gorgeous. It can sometimes make me look a little greasy, so I don't like to put it everywhere. I just really want it on the high points of my cheek where I want that extra dew. So now that my makeup is complete, so onto hair. This is my all-time favorite hair iron. It is a 1 1/4 inch Conair. I think it's $16 on Amazon, and it's probably the best thing I ever bought. And I only ever do it until the 360. I don't like to go all the way to 400 because it's already so bad for your hair and you don't really need that extra heat. I'm going to section my hair off and clip half of it up. Okay, so I'm going to take it away from my face. I'm wrapping it around the barrel and then I'm just clamping down on the hair. I like to keep clamping just so the heat's not like really just staying on the hair, and then I let it down. So I take another piece of hair, I wrap it away from my face, clamp it down, and just hold it clamped down. Keep clamping. I'm keeping like a bit of the ends out so the ends are a little straighter, and you can just like pull down on it a little when it comes out. So I'm just throwing anything that is finished towards the back and keeping all the pieces that aren't towards the front. So again, away from your face, just keep wrapping, leave a little bit out. I like to keep clamping it, sort of like moves the hair around. And I do this in pretty big pieces, A, because it's faster, B, because I don't want the curl to be too tight. I really do want it to look like a nice little beach wave. So now onto my top layer. I'm just going to leave like my bang pieces out. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing that I did now on the top layer. Layer of my hair. So I'm going to start on the outside and work my way towards the inside, and then I'm going to put these pieces up. I really like to pull on the ends when I get closer to the front because I don't want these pieces to be overly curled. So I'm just pulling down as soon as it releases from the heat of the barrel. Keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't. Okay, so now my hair is curled. I'm going to spray the rest of it with the Redken. Just kind of move it around. Now I'm just going to take my fingers and like brush through it like I would be brushing my hair, just to make it all tingly and separate. So now to finish it, I'm going to use my Kerastase Elixir Ultimate, and hair oil. I use like a tiny bit. A little goes a really long way with this product. Rub it on my hands. It smells so good. I swear all these products just make my hair smell so good. I'm really just like, I used to concentrate most of it on the ends and just sort of like squidging it together. And then I work my way to the roots. I just don't want to put too much on my roots because I don't want my roots to look greasy at all, and I have pretty fine hair, so that happens really easily for me. So I saw a look that Emma Chen Artistry did on her Instagram. This is what I'm inspired by for my hair for today. So I know that I have to leave my bangs out. And I'm taking anything behind my bangs, the front layer of my hair, just like that. And it doesn't need to be neat at all. Like, I think the messier the better. I have thinner hair than this girl, so more of it will be up than in the photo, I think. And I'm just taking it and putting a ponytail around it. So I'm taking my hairbrush and I'm just brushing, I'm holding the ends of this and I'm just brushing downwards. This is gonna tease your hair like so. This will just make it thicker. If you have really thick hair, then you can kind of skip this step, but it just gives it more volume. So now I'm just gonna wrap it around in a bun. I'm gonna take some bobby pins and I'm just gonna stick these to hold whatever I just did. So you'll see even like one or two will hold it. I'm just adding a third one in on this side just to make sure it's really secure. See, you have a nice little messy bun on the top of your head. I'm just going to spray that. And voila! So this is the final look. It is super easy and super fresh and perfect for all day long, even into nighttime. If you guys want to see more of these looks on how to do makeup and hair and more simple tutorials, please let me know in comments below. If there's any other looks you want to see, also please let me know and I will be happy to make those for you. If you haven't already, please subscribe below. Please, 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 please. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you. So my skin is dry as AF. Okay, I'm going to start the eyes before I finish anything on my check. My inner corner and my brow bone. Can't I speak? This to me is just like perfect for any occasion. No! Whoopsies.